realities, I can see them now. It's the unbroken chain of his past by which he's bound.
It's time to set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
It sure is. What a way to start a week that seems to be shot out of a cannon and just relax a little bit to get ourselves centered, set our intentions. And we have Saharah Ali. She's a yoga teacher, a meditation instructor, a life coach, a sound healer, astrologer, numerologist, sound bath specialist, and so much more. We're lucky and fortunate to start our weeks off with Mindful Monday. Good morning, Saharah.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Monday, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions to honor our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with our faith, truth, power, and wisdom. Today, I'd like to unpack the Sunday full snow moon in Leo, blessing us this week, encouraging self-expression, leading our hearts to embrace our authentic self, releasing the need for approval, bringing full illumination of our emotions and deep feelings to the surface, supporting release of what no longer serves us. Note, full moons mark a midpoint of our monthly lunar cycles where the moon is opposite the sun. We have the nature of two fixed signs, Leo, moon, Aquarius, sun, and opposition, aiding new perspectives, reframing values and beliefs, creating internal struggles, challenging all relationships. It's also providing spiritual opportunities to integrate wholeness, aiding us to have greater value for our life, for our community, and for those around us. My grandmother always said, you can't give from an empty cup. So always fill your cup first. It's time to fill our cups. It's time to live empowered. It's time to level up to our soul's potential, embracing deep healing, reframing, rebirth, and focus. The call to action is to be precise, to be discerning about our decisions and the people we mix with and the agreements we create, and know that we gain insight by avoiding power struggles, knowing each choice we make at this time will be long-standing and rooted with the passion we have behind it. And know we benefit by remembering it's a time of new beginnings. And we elevate by releasing the old, opening space for something new. And it's time to look at all levels of our lives and reframe who we're willing to be to live it. So I highly recommend we practice patience, compassion, self-discipline, and a lot of prayer. You know that prayer integrates our soul and it helps us connect to our ancestral wisdom. And remember that God's time is always better than our time. So going forward with our Mindful Monday meditation, quiet your mind, get centered, and take a breath. And as you exhale, give yourself permission to be here now, open to the world behind your eyes. Willingly surrender all judgment and beliefs impeding your empowerment as you ground yourself. Allow yourself to be open and ready to receive clarity and guidance. Relax and unapologetically reframe how you feel about yourself. Just breathe and center yourself and surrender. Surrender to relaxation, softening your face, relax your shoulders. Check in with your body. Breathe, releasing tension or tightness, and allow yourself to be in this moment, in this time and space. And with each breath, consciously release. Let go, releasing any tension, any tightness in your body, and just breathe. And as you breathe, call on your angels, call on your ancestors. Open yourself to elevate your spirit here and now. Relax. Relax and let go. And make a promise to be unapologetically progressive in the expression of your personal truth and your personal power. and open yourself to stand without judgment, to be empowered, to know that you matter. Breathe feeling self-love. Breathe connecting to your wholeness, allowing yourself to relax and let go, allowing yourself to open your spirit to the power of the light of this full moon, bringing clarity, bringing courage, bringing direction. Sit in your power and allow yourself to relax. And now take the biggest breath you've had all morning. Hold that breath. Breathe in that light. And as you slowly exhale, allow yourself to open to our Mindful Monday affirmation for the week. Today, I release self-judgment, celebrating divine right action, opening my heart and mind to the wholeness within me. Today, I release self-judgment, celebrating divine right action, opening my heart and mind to the wholeness within me. Sit with that as you return your focus to present time, slowly opening your heart and your mind, connecting with your surroundings. Begin to feel your feet to the floor, feel your body in the room, and open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, make a promise to boldly embrace your light, to boldly embrace your wisdom, and allow yourself to trust and know the wholeness within you. To breathe, relax. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Tavis Smiley, Miles, and the 1580 KBLA family. Have an unapologetically, mindfully blessed week, opening your heart and mind to the wholeness within you. Be safe, be wise, and be mindful of your power.
Thank you for that, Saharah. Sometimes when we think about a transit like a full moon, we think of it as one day because there's this huge, spectacular moon, which it was last night. But it lasts as far as an astrological influence for a while longer before and after, right?
Right, because it has a cycle. We have a new moon, we have a half moon, then we have the full moon, and then we have another half moon, and then we have another new moon. It's a cycle. And so the full moon is the zenith of all things. It elevates everything because the moon has a gravitational pull on the earth. So when we have a full moon, we have high tides, we have high emotions, because our bodies are 85% water, so it activates this sense of wholeness within us. It's like your cup is full. And so what happens, everything is elevated, everything is triggered. But it's also a time for clarity. It's a time for purification. It's a time to understand that you have more power than you allow yourself to have. And a full moon in Leo, and Leo is the king of the zodiac, the queen of the zodiac, is always grand, it's always royal, it's always expensive. And then we have the sun in Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, with sudden and unexpected changes. And it's also square Uranus in Taurus, which is retrograde, but it's going direct on Tuesday, tomorrow. So this is a real powerful time of shifting the energy. It is also a powerful time of supporting everybody that's on the front line. It's activating collective change and empowerment. So we're going to see a shift in all of this madness that has been going on, and there will be a greater sense of light and support for the collective that's on the front line. And so it's important for us to send prayers and to hold the space for the truth that is being revealed. And it's like, there's always chaos before the calm. And we see the chaos because it's teaching us who we are dealing with. And so we have to understand and be honest about when people tell you who they are, believe it. When circumstances show you the reality, believe it. And then choose accordingly who you are willing to become in it and how you are willing to stand for yourself and the power and the collective consciousness that is rebirthing, bringing us a new paradigm. We are in a very auspicious time of a new beginning. We are having astrological transits that haven't been there for 300 years. We are having astrological transits that is shifting the paradigm, coming back to a level of zero. And so we have an opportunity to recreate this planet, ourselves, the people, our mind, our soul, and our spirit, because Mother Nature is changing. And we have to change with Mother Nature. But we cannot be afraid of who we are willing to become. And we have to stand and not black down and know that we have a voice. We have a place, and there's a paradigm shift. What are we going to create? We are in the same frequency that was happening in 1776. We all know what went down there. We all know the people that stood. And so now it's time to stand, but this time, not back down.
Yeah. Well, I think that's an important reframe, because the chaos can feel like the reason, the chaos can feel like the purpose. It can be overwhelming. But if you think of it as giving birth to something new, something sustainable, something more gentle and just and fair, then we can handle the bumpy ride for a little bit, and we can stay in our faith.
Yes, we must stay in our faith, because there is a greater influence from the unseen world. The ancestors are with us, riding, ride or die. And so call on them, trust that this too shall pass, and stop feeding into the madness of it, because it's real, but it's an illusion trying to feed you something that disempowers you. And so we have to be empowered and step over the dynamic of bullying and fear or control or the suffering that they are trying to inflict, and pray for all the souls that are on the front line that are losing things and standing and not backing down, and know that if we are not there in the streets marching, our prayers are with all of those. We've seen the journey and the power of the people, Dr. King, Malcolm X, and all of those before us. It's our time now. What are we going to stand for? Who are we willing to be? And what is the change we want to have in the world? We're up against AI. We're up against TikTok. We're up against all this social media stuff that is lying to us. So shut that stuff down and go into the world behind your eyes and call on your ancestors to support you to be on purpose so you can be a real change agent.
Saharah Ali, thank you so much. It's always a great way to start the week.
Bless you. Thank you, KBLA family.
You can find Saharah if you're looking for your own more in-depth astrological reading this Aquarius season, if you're looking for a personal yoga session or sound healing. That's what I would suggest. Anyway, you can call her assistant Elise at 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. Really special announcement. I'm so excited to be able to bring you this news. Martin Ledlow of Bridge Street and the LA Jazz Festival joins us next. What? KBLA Talk 1580.
Reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Hey, KBLA delegation, you know what's better than laughing? Laughing while celebrating the legends who made us laugh in the first place. KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to present our annual Black History Month luncheon. And this year, we're honoring comedy greats, trailblazers who broke barriers, and funny bones at the same time.
You had to grow up early when we was growing up because your parents were sending to the store to buy. You was too young to buy. I want you to go to the store, get me a fifth of gin and a pack of cigarettes. Mama, I'm two. They ain't gonna let me have that. Here, take this note. You be a little boy walking down the street with liquor and cigarettes. And your neighbors be going, that's a good little boy right there.
We need a little levity right about now. So we're rolling out the red carpet for comedy royalty. D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Lunel, Dion Cole, Martin Lawrence, and a surprise guest appearance. It's going up Thursday, February 26th in downtown LA at the Grammy Museum. An unforgettable afternoon of stories, celebration, And yes, plenty of laughs, because let's be real, these legends don't just tell jokes. They have changed the game, opened doors, and made history while making us smile.
You gotta go to child support court. You gotta get there real early in the morning. You see brothers going into court. You see them come out 3 hours later. I can't pay this. Let me talk to you, baby. Please, let me talk to the witness, Your Honor. Let me talk to the witness. Brother be working for 3 weeks, get his check is $43.
This year, for the first time ever, we have set aside a limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon. They are going to go fast, and when they're gone, they're gone. So, if you want a single ticket, or if your company or organization wants to sponsor a table, move swiftly and get to KBLA1580.com right now. All these comedy giants in one room on one stage at the same time? Stop it! This event is going to sell out quicker than right now and sooner than at once. KBLA Talk 1580's annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. It's gonna be legendary, just like them.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You got to laugh the pain away.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Except Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
It does indeed, and I'm excited to welcome into the conversation for a really special announcement this morning. Someone who's been committed to working families for a long time, whether it's a march, a rally, a concert, a conference, or a convention. He served on the LA City Council, represented the 10th District. He was elected head of the LA County Federation of Labor. He has actually volunteered as a strength and conditioning coach for kids in South LA and created a charity called Dorsey Football Boosters. But here today, he's in his capacity as CEO of Bridge Street Incorporated, which is an LA-based live, socially innovative entertainment company, and the founder of the LA Jazz Festival. What? Martin Ludlow, good morning.
Dominique, good morning. Best intro I've ever heard in my life, and I know all the Dorsey fans love it. Crenshaw fans were loving it until you said Dorsey, but it's all good. It's all good.
You know, you can always transfer. I mean, anyway.
Yes, right.
So LA Jazz Festival, I mean, I know there's festivals in LA. Let me act like I don't know right now. But the LA Jazz Festival is not a name that most of our delegation has heard before.
Yeah, that's right. Really appreciate it. And obviously, without going any further, just want to extend much love and appreciation to you. For such a long time, you've been a big supporter of this idea and a big fan of bringing an international jazz festival to Los Angeles. And essentially what that is, you know, L.A. Has had a lot of incredible jazz festivals. Gardena Jazz Festival, Leimert Park, Long Beach. There's so many beautiful ones.
Yes.
But when over 10 years ago, just looking at this, we just saw the major gap in programming when you look at the big international jazz festivals worldwide. They're in the hundreds of thousands of people. And so that was the beginning of starting to look at this.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because for me, and this is about music, and here we are the day after the Grammys. This is about music, but it's also about equity. It's also, you know, I look at it as a win along the lines of a Bruce's Beach because of the historic exclusion of, you know, Black people, arts, and culture from that space.
No, that's right. I, from a young age, growing up in Ohio, growing up in Oberlin, Ohio, one of the legendary music conservatories in the world. I grew up truly understanding the history of jazz, where it came from New Orleans. Where did those people come from? It came from the continent of Africa. It is a human rights story of triumph over tragedy, and the festivals often leave that element out. And so we were very intentional, not only about elevating, Congo Square, New Orleans, that incredible story, but also of being very focused on bringing it to the shores of Los Angeles. We as a people don't often remember that the last bastion of Jim Crow, that whole arc of injustice thrown at us, really was denying us access to public water fountains, public swimming pools, and most significantly denying us access to public beaches. And so this really is, as you say, a moment to start addressing some of those issues and looking at the terrorism that our people faced at, the founding of Manhattan Beach by pushing that black family out. The Viceroy Hotel in Santa Monica, again, terrorized the black owner out of his and her black-owned resort to make way for a white-owned resort. The Inkwell, it's a history that has to be elevated.
And so how does this all come together in the LA Jazz Festival? I'm on the board of the LA Jazz Festival Foundation, so I might know a little something, but I think for the people that are listening, that this is the first they're hearing it. And look, we're barely scratching the surface right now of all the reasons to be excited about this. But explain how those things come together in this one momentous project.
No, I appreciate it. And again, just really appreciate you and Tavis and everything you guys are doing to keep the community informed about things that are happening that people need to know about. So Wednesday this week, we're joining with Mayor Bass and almost half of the LA City Council to announce the LA Jazz Festival, which will take place this coming August. And absolutely. And it's really 3 weeks of music programming, cultural programming all over the city of LA. We're going to have 25 free concerts in parks all over LA. We're going to go with the most low-income parks in the city, and we're going to activate them with free concerts with really incredible jazz musicians. We then are going to go to an element we call Jazz After Dark, which will be 150 shows in women-owned and person of color-owned restaurants, bars, galleries. Just, you think about your favorite spot. We're going to be activating those shows from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., really bringing that city that never sleeps vibe from New York and Paris, two really incredible jazz cities. And we're going to be doing that here in L.A. And then we have a youth camp. We're going to be bringing over 2,000 kids from those parks down to Dockweiler Beach for, workshops, seminars, and learning from incredible master instructors like Wynton Marsalis. From there, we have coastal cultural tours to elevate the stories that you just mentioned. We have a 2-day conference called the State of Jazz. We'll be bringing in the producers of the biggest jazz festivals in the world, along with musicians, just to really continue the dialogue around this genre that has taken the globe by storm. And then a Caribbean Street Festival, downtown El Segundo with 4 stages, a Cuba stage, a Brazil stage, a New Orleans stage, and an Afro-Caribbean stage. And then finally, 2 full days of powerful music, first time ever in the history of the state of California. It'll be on Dockweiler Beach with 40,000 people per day. Really excited about it. Really excited.
So all this is happening this summer, and I couldn't be more excited about this announcement myself, because it's a combination of all these community-based events, free concerts, educational tours, youth programs, and a giant concert on the beach, which it's not something you can just decide to do and pop up a tent. It's like there are so many rules and regulations about what you can and cannot do on a California beach.
Right. Well, I would start with 75% of our tickets are free. 75% of our tickets are free to all of these shows. You have to get a ticket, but it'll be free, no charge. And I think, when you think about the incredible job that the mayor has done to get us the Olympics, the Super Bowl, World Cup, this jazz festival really is, our community's event. This one is free to the community. The majority of our events are open to the public, and it's really about the culture. We're going to be coming out with our global poster from a local African-American artist, Vaccine. His work is legendary, and it really typifies the type of, paintings and art and exhibits that we want to include. We're looking for community vendors. So this is going to be, in New Orleans, they almost call it harvest season when it's time for Jazz Fest. And, we're getting close to Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday is the 17th of February. We're in Black History Month. It's just the perfect time to really announce this. So couldn't be more excited about this, and I'm partnering with everybody that's been involved to bring it to the community.
We've got news, traffic, and sports right here, but you don't have to wait all the way until the summer to get a taste of this. We're going to tell you how you can get a little something from the LA Jazz Festival this week. That's next after news, traffic, and sports, only right here.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 3 suspects are in custody after a string of home break-ins in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles. One resident security camera caught the crew in action.
I think they were just trying to grab and go. They took my money counter. They took just random things around the house.
Hours later, police arrested a second group after they tried hiding in a Tesla that sped away in reverse, crashing into several parked cars. The University of Iowa is reviewing 13 low enrollment majors, including African American Studies, Gender and Sexuality Studies, and Religious Studies, after a Board of Regents mandate. The study will also look at funding, class sizes, costs, and how each program fits the university's mission. And actress Catherine O'Hara has died at 71. The Emmy-winning star of Beetlejuice and Home Alone passed away Friday in a Los Angeles hospital after a brief illness. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers had a sluggish second half Sunday night in New York at Madison Square Garden. They scored only 18 points in the fourth quarter in their 112-100 loss to the Knicks. After the game, LeBron found out he had been picked as a reserve for the NBA All-Star game. This will be LeBron's 22nd straight year as an All-Star, an NBA record. The All-Star game is February 15th at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Clippers will not have any players on the All-Star roster in their home arena. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden were not selected as reserves. Leonard ranks 7th in the league in scoring with 27.7 points per game. Since December 20th, Leonard leads the league in scoring, steals, and free throw percentage. Harden is averaging 25.4 points and 8.1 assists. The Clippers pulled away for a 117-93 win Sunday in Phoenix. Leonard dropped 25. The Clippers are at home tonight against Philadelphia. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
February 4th is Transit Equity Day. To mark the occasion, Metro is offering free rides all day on the 4th. Providing safe, accessible, and affordable transportation is a commitment Metro makes year-round. Learn more at thesource.metro.net.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with the world. African Focus Incorporated is a community-based organization whose mission is to bring Africans and African Americans together, lead charitable initiatives on the motherland, and educate people from all walks of life on the beauty, legacy, and opportunity of Africa's 54 nations. And it's that time once again when African Focus is teaming up with KBLA Talk 1580 for our 8th annual African Focus Trailblazers Tour. Travel with us in 2026 when we're headed to the southern African nations of Zambia and Botswana for a historical, cultural, and vacation tour led by me, Dominique DiPrima, Cultural Ambassador for African Focus Incorporated. Enjoy luxurious accommodations, conscious fellow travelers, shopping, adventures, cultural tours, wildlife safaris, and a giant waterfall, one of the world's 7 wonders, along with a chance to be of service at an orphanage on the continent. Become an AFI trailblazer by exploring the motherland with a nonprofit organization that has members in Africa and America to help roll out the red carpet for you, and together we'll make a difference and have fun doing it. For more information, visit africanfocus.org or call 310-676-7300. That's 310-676-7300 or africanfocus.org. Whether it's stateside or exploring the diaspora, we're with you every step of the way. African Focus and KBLA Talk 1580. Come go with us.
Let's do this. On the evening of Monday, January 26th, something special happened. Hundreds of people joined me for a live preview session on the anatomy of a great conversation, and we went deep, for starters, on the notion of curiosity. I mean, real curiosity. The kind that transforms how you connect with anyone, anywhere. We explored why most conversations fall flat, and I revealed 3 of the top 5 killers of curiosity that sabotage even the best communicators. But here's the thing, we only scratched the surface. The full 4-week journey begins Monday, February 16th with the founding members cohort. This course is for podcasters, leaders, entrepreneurs, anyone who knows that your next great opportunity can begin or end with the quality of a conversation. Space in this founding cohort is limited, so go to TavishTalks.com right now. That's TavishTalks.com. Click register or scan the QR code. Don't let this conversation happen without you.
They call it progress, but progress has a price. Land once held in black hands, taken, stolen, erased. Acres paved into highways, fields burned. Homes replaced by parking lots and broken promises. Every deed lost was a dream deferred. We talk about millionaires, but what about the millionaires that never were? The farmers whose soil was seized. The families who watched their inheritance disappear. The wealth that never had a chance to grow because its roots were ripped from the ground. They took the land, but never the legacy, because the soil remembers, and so do we. Every story matters. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and amplify these stories. If this is part of your family's history, visit blacklandlost.org/share your story and help bring us closer to justice.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, indeed. Martin Ludlow is with me on the telephone this morning. He is the CEO of Bridge Street Incorporated, and he is the founder of the LA Jazz Festival, which we're just finding out about right now on a mass level. So this is coming up this summer. All of these concerts and the tours, the charitable events, some events free and open to the community, many free and open to the community, the massive festival on Dockweiler Beach, which is historic, has never happened before, and I think very significant that this is being put forth by a Black-owned company. What is the little taste of this that we can get this week?
So really encouraging everybody to come down to Los Angeles City Hall, join us on the Herb Weston steps. Right there, it's the South Lawn, 1st and Main Street, 1st and Spring. 1 p.m. this Wednesday. We're going to have a kickoff announcement. It's going to be a lot of fun, live music, great community leaders, beautiful, beautiful artwork from our lead artist. And we're going to have a raffle. You'll get a chance to win a free box seat on the beach for the summer concert, something that has never happened before. Never in the history of LA have we ever had a major live mega festival on Dockweiler Beach. And so come out this Wednesday, 1 p.m., enter for a chance to win a luxury box seat. And again, you'll be one of the first people in LA to ever do that. So I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously, to your point, we really want to make these events this August open and available to the community. For vendors, there are going to be opportunities to rent booths. For restaurant owners, we want to book your venue for our Jazz After Dark series. For people that want to work the festival, we anticipate hiring somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 people from the community to help us with building our stages, putting up fences, working as ushers and ticket takers. So there's so much opportunity for the community. But right now, we just need people to lean in. Join us this Wednesday, 1 o'clock, LA City Hall, Herb Wesson Steps.
So this is a free event, too. And I saw the announcement, you've got all the lawmakers, like you said, half of City Hall, half of the City Council will be there, and the mayor, and the mayor of El Segundo, which makes sense since they are definitely part of this this celebration. What's the council angle and the mayor of El Segundo angle as far as, this festival?
I appreciate the question. So, obviously we couldn't do this without our government leaders. Councilwoman Heather Hutt has absolutely just been a champion of this. Some of you remember a couple of years ago when we partnered with the mayor of New Orleans and had her come out, Mayor Cantrell, and we declared Jefferson Boulevard as New Orleans corridor in Los Angeles. Many of your listeners know that, Jefferson Boulevard between Western and 10th, right around where Harold and Bells is actually a historic landmark in this country. It's where tens of thousands of Creole families who migrated from New Orleans around the turn of the century all the way up through the 1950s. It's where they landed when they came out to LA. It's like our own Ellis Island. And they were able to connect with, community allies, friends, family members, set up shop, find a place to live, get new work, and establish their new lives in Los Angeles. And so Heather Hutt, as our local council member, has just been amazing. Marquise Harris Dawson, Kern Price, two huge supporters of cultural events and supporters of jazz in LA. Without them, we could not be doing what we're doing. And I have to throw some love. Even Councilmember Tracy Park, one of our newest members of Los Angeles City Council, who represents the area where Dockweiler Beach, came out to our holiday jazz concert featuring the best high school jazz musicians here in LA, and made a personal contribution to the foundation. So I think ultimately people are really getting excited. They see the gap in programming, they see the need, and they feel the excitement. So we're hoping that all of you are going to join us this Wednesday at 1 o'clock at LA City Hall.
So the Wednesday, 1 o'clock, the lawmakers are getting behind it. LA Fed President Yvonne Wheeler is meant to be there, which is great. So this is all happening, and there's going to be music at the actual kickoff.
Absolutely. And to the point of Yvonne being there, people also need to understand this is going to be one of the first concerts outside, or first festivals outside of an LA Live or some of the, the big venues. This is a community-based event that is going to heavily rely on organized labor. Our stagehands will be unionized. Our servers will be unionized. Obviously, we couldn't do this without the musicians union and SAG-AFTRA, which I know you're a proud member of. And so this really is, no pun intended, a labor of love for a lot of members of organized labor. Yvonne Wheeler is the first African-American female leader of the County Federation of Labor. She's all in. She'll be there on Wednesday. So we're encouraging all of the union members throughout Los Angeles to come out. But again, it's not just for the union members. As mentioned before, we're really partnering with community-based organizations. One of the groups that showed up every time we did a production like this is Skip Townsend and Second Call, the Anti-Recidivism Coalition. We're making an intentional push to make sure that folks that may have a little ding on their record are getting an opportunity to come out, get these jobs, get these career opportunities, because this is not one and done. This is the first of an annual event. Our permit allowed us to have up to 3 years. If everything goes well in the first year, the California Coastal Commission opened the door for us to establish a 10-year permit. So for listeners out there, come out and support us this Wednesday, 1 o'clock at LA City Hall. Help us make this the best kickoff festival ever. And from there, you're looking at this festival being around for decades to come.
I mean, as you know, I've been excited about this ever since you told me about your idea. I've been praying because I just feel like this is something we really need in LA. You know, this, all of this education and community activism around jazz and culture and art right now, along with this huge festival. Imagine, I mean, I've been imagining it. I'm not talking to you, Martin Ludlow, because you are the one that created the idea. But I'm talking to our KBLA delegation. Imagine sitting back on Dockweiler Beach, you know, as the sun is coming down, and some top jazz. I mean, we're talking big names, right? Some of the top people in jazz are playing, and you're just chilling, and you know, there's tens of thousands of other Angelinos, and I know from emceeing many a Bridge Street event that it's going to be organized and smooth, and it's going to be really cute the way it's set up, and I think it's just what we need, especially, you know, given the climate that we're in our nation. We need more arts, culture, love, unity, community. And I'm thinking about the announcement over the weekend. The president says he's closing the Kennedy Center for 2 years. He's going to renovate it. He's probably going to coat everything, you know, gold-plated. The Kennedy Center was running just fine. He decided to rename it the Trump Center. No one's coming to the concert, so he's shutting it down. And against the backdrop of that, just imagining this big, open, beautiful tribute that's really a footprint, not just on Dockweiler, but throughout the area, is just so refreshing for my mind, Martin Ludlow. So thank you for coming up with this and fighting to make it happen. You don't just walk out on the beach and, you know, set up a stage. That's not how it works.
No, that's right. And I think for listeners who just got excited with Dominique's visual description of what it's going to look like, get a pen, piece of paper. Here's where you want to go. You want to go to LA Jazz Festival Press Announcement.eventbrite.com. LA Jazz Festival Press Announcement.eventbrite.com. And you can get all the information. You can register for the raffle to win the free box seat on Dockweiler Beach. Come out. There's going to be great opportunities for free T-shirts, and obviously we're getting close to the launch of Mardi Gras, so you're going to expect a lot of beautiful surprises when you come down. LA Jazz Festival Press Announcement.eventbrite.com.
And that's going on LA City Hall at the Herb J. Weston Jr. Steps, and the electeds are going to be there. The music is going to be there, the art. And I think that this is just to get us going, but you know, I always like for us, the KBLA delegation, to be early adapters of a lot of this stuff, early adopters, I mean, of a lot of this stuff, because I know that when summertime comes, you know, when July, August comes, and everybody's trying to get tickets and everybody's, you know, flooding in on these events, it'll seem more chaotic. Right now, you could actually get a box seat before everyone starts rushing it. So I think that's exciting. I think it's exciting for us to be in on the ground floor of this, you know, launching, which is it's kind of like the footprint of your company, Bridge Street Incorporated. I think it's like it's a hybrid between, it's, well, a socially innovative enterprise, right? So it's community organizing, charity, education, and also a business, right?
Absolutely. No, we love partnering with community-based organizations. In fact, for listeners who are the executive directors of nonprofits, we need you. We want to partner with you. We are building our community-based organization task force. You all will be the first to receive the free tickets for your members. You will be the first to have your members be considered for the job opportunities, the vendor opportunities. So again, if you're a listener and you're head of a nonprofit, please go to LA Jazz Festival Press Announcement.eventbrite.com because we want to get in touch with you right away and begin partnering with you. And that is a huge part of what Bridge Street's always been about, and that's the essence of what the LA Jazz Festival is about. It's a real community partnership, and we need people to come out this Wednesday, 1 o'clock, City Hall, join the party, join the festivities. And guess what? There's a rumor that Dominique DiPrima is going to be the MC.
That's what I heard.
Rumor.
I heard that rumor too. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be down there partying it up. I am so excited, Martin. This is the news that we didn't know we needed, and I think we should just really wallow in it. Mermaid production is in the YouTube chat. She says, this past summer I attended the youth jazz event in View Park and was blown away. I was there too. Those youth musicians that are working through the foundation and the camps are just really impressive.
In fact, I guess it was Mermaid. Thank you for that shout out. Those kids, those incredible rock star. These are the best jazz musicians in high school. We brought some out from New Orleans. This summer, we're doing our camp again. We'll be bringing kids from all over the country with a special emphasis on Harlem and Philadelphia. We partnered with the John Coltrane Home, which is essential to what we're doing. Michelle Coltrane has been deeply involved. And so, yeah, we really, really can't emphasize enough how important it is to give young people the opportunity to learn music and particularly enjoy the genre called jazz. So you're going to be hearing and seeing those kids this Wednesday at 1 o'clock. They're actually going to open for us, and then we got a couple of surprises. So
wow.
If you're listening right now, get to LA Jazz Festival press announcement.eventbrite.com.
All right, we have a few more details we can share when we come forward. You know what? I those young people give me hope. Because the fact that there's little kids, young teenagers, little kids somewhere practicing their trumpet, practicing their drums, their jazz vocals, the bass, it just reminds me that no matter how caught up we get in social media or whatever the controversy of the day is, there's a kid somewhere practicing the violin, doing vocal scales, and keeping this beautiful fountain of art and jazz going. And that gives me life. Continue the conversation with Martin Ledlow and you on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
They call it progress, but progress has a price. Land once held in black hands, taken, stolen, erased. Acres paved into highways, fields burned. Homes replaced by parking lots and broken promises. Every deed lost was a dream deferred. We talk about millionaires, but what about the millionaires that never were? The farmers whose soil was seized. The families who watched their inheritance disappear. The wealth that never had a chance to grow because its roots were ripped from the ground. They took the land, but never the legacy, because the soil remembers, and so do we. Every story matters. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and amplify these stories. If this is part of your family's history, visit blacklandlost.org/share your story and help bring us closer to justice.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Let's do this. On the evening of Monday, January 26th, something special happened. Hundreds of people joined me for a live preview session on the anatomy of a great conversation, and we went deep, for starters, on the notion of curiosity. I mean, real curiosity. The kind that transforms how you connect with anyone, anywhere. We explored why most conversations fall flat, and I revealed 3 of the top 5 killers of curiosity that sabotage even the best communicators. But here's the thing, we only scratched the surface. The full 4-week journey begins Monday, February 16th with the Founding Members Cohort. This course is for podcasters, leaders, entrepreneurs, anyone who knows that your next great opportunity can begin or end with the quality of a conversation. Space in this Founding Cohort is limited, so go to TavishTalks.com right now. That's TavishTalks.com. Click register or scan the QR code. Don't let this conversation happen without you.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
You are. Martin Ledlow is my guest. You know him as the CEO of Bridge Street Incorporated. Now you know him as the founder of the LA Jazz Festival, which is a whole vibe, a whole movement coming this summer. The very first time in history. It's a big, big deal to get that kind of backing from the California Coastal Commission. And this could become, it sounds like, a huge annual event that we all look forward to. So, again, if you want to come to the kickoff, the announcement, there's going to be music and art and elected officials and more. LA Jazz Festival press announcement.eventbrite.com. It's free, right? But you just want to register in advance.
That's right. It's all the events are free. We have a couple of shows at the end, the big dynamic culminating event where luxury box seats, reserved seats, luxury cabanas, those obviously will be, there'll be a fee involved in those, but general admission tickets will be free, and then all of the other events will be free. This Wednesday's event is free, and all of this has been made possible by the recent development of our new title sponsor. And so on Wednesday, you're going to get a chance to meet leaders from Airbnb, and we couldn't be more excited to announce them as our title sponsor for this inaugural year of the festival. It's just the absolute perfect partner. This really is about not just folks here in the community, but, you know, we are intentionally promoting this festival worldwide. We will be bringing artists in from Africa, UK, Australia, Japan, South America, Central America. It's a globally recognized and celebrated genre that is our own, came out of New Orleans, and has now gone worldwide. And so we want to invite the world to celebrate the best of LA, the community of LA, the culture of LA, and we need all of you to help. There's going to be job opportunities. There's going to be opportunities for vendors. There's going to be opportunities to bring your restaurant online with what we're doing. And so please come out this Wednesday, 1 o'clock, Herb Weston Steps, South Lawn of City Hall. Celebrate this incredible moment. And what better way to kick off Black History Month and Mardi Gras than to celebrate the first ever Los Angeles Jazz Festival coming this August.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so excited. You just have no idea. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. But, you know, we just lost DeMond Wilson, right? Lamont Sanford from Sanford and Son over the weekend. Yeah. He made his transition at the age of 79, I believe. And that theme song is so iconic, the Sanford and Son theme song. Later, I learned, when I was all grown up, I learned that was Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is, you know, he's made his transition too, but the spirit of Quincy Jones is supporting this effort, right?
Absolutely. And just so touching to hear you recognize that. Quincy loved this festival. And his CEO of 30 years, Adam Fell, just a beautiful human being, came on board. He's the head of our global artist acquisitions team. And we couldn't be more elated than to have that connectivity and the spirit of Quincy in this festival. What you just called out, there's so many classic songs and moments, films, productions, obviously the grand opening of the African American History Museum in Washington, D.C., which really lifts up music from all genres. That was Quincy Jones. So absolutely, very, very, very appropriate to raise that.
And you've got a lot of supporters that are also big names and folks that you are looking forward to bringing in. Anyone you want to share?
Just happy to share. The guys that when they hear it, they just fall in love with it. Maxwell, when I first talked to Maxwell, he's like, I'm in. Trombone Shorty, John Batiste. There's just so many guys that know that this has been missing. One of the first legends that I met with was Wynton Marsalis. I'm a former trumpeter and a drummer in high school and college, and having an opportunity to talk to one of my all-time mentors and great artist, Wynton Marsalis. But it's also, about the Caribbean diaspora, Artie Sandoval, one of the great Cuban trumpeters of all time, Pete Escobedo, an incredible Escobedo band. This is just a moment when you bring it all together and celebrate. We're hoping, to celebrate the continent of Africa with the legendary Jonathan Butler and just so many other beautiful musicians that bring us together here in L.A. for one event. But to get there, we need you guys. Wednesday, make a statement, show up, show out. Let's make this 1 o'clock press announcement powerful and send a signal to the world that L.A. is welcoming not just the Olympics, not just World Cup, not just the Super Bowl, but jazz, which is our original creation. And our music is going to celebrate jazz to hip-hop and everything in between. So expect some great surprises on the hip-hop side, the R&B side, the gospel side. And that's really what it's all about. And we couldn't be more excited.
So Wednesday at 1, I'll be holding the mic. LA Jazz Festival press announcement.eventbrite.com. Sign up. Come for free. Come hang out. And let's celebrate what is some wonderful, wonderful news. Martin Ludlow, thank you so much for bringing this to Los Angeles.
Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, and Tavis and everybody at KBLA that really keep the community informed. You guys are the best at it. Much love. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you. We are focusing on your well-being next hour. What do you know about your microbiome? McCoy Zeno Wellness next on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 3 suspects are in custody after a string of home break-ins in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles. One resident security camera caught the crew in action.
I think they were just trying to grab and go. They took my money counter. They took just random things around the house.
Hours later, police arrested a second group after they tried hiding in a Tesla that sped away in reverse, crashing into several parked cars. The University of Iowa is reviewing 13 low-enrollment majors, including African American Studies, Gender and Sexuality Studies, and Religious Studies, after a Board of Regents mandate. The study will also look at funding, class sizes, costs, and how each program fits the university's mission. And actress Catherine O'Hara has died at 71. The Emmy-winning star of Beetlejuice and Home Alone passed away Friday in a Los Angeles hospital after a brief illness. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers had a sluggish second half Sunday night in New York at Madison Square Garden. They scored only 18 points in the fourth quarter in their 112-100 loss to the Knicks. After the game, LeBron found out he had been picked as a reserve for the NBA All-Star Game. This will be LeBron's 22nd straight year as an All-Star, an NBA record. The All-Star Game is February 15th at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Clippers will not have any players on the All-Star roster in their home arena. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden were not selected as reserves. Leonard ranks 7th in the league in scoring with 27.7 points per game. Since December 20th, Leonard leads the league in scoring, steals, and free throw percentage. Harden is averaging 25.4 points and 8.1 assists. The Clippers pulled away for a 117-93 win Sunday in Phoenix. Leonard dropped 25. The Clippers are at home tonight against Philadelphia. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's do this. On the evening of Monday, January 26th, something special happened. Hundreds of people joined me for a live preview session on the anatomy of a great conversation, and we went deep, for starters, on the notion of curiosity. I mean, real curiosity. The kind that transforms how you connect with anyone, anywhere. We explored why most conversations fall flat, and I revealed 3 of the top 5 killers of curiosity that sabotage even the best communicators. But here's the thing, we only scratched the surface. The full 4-week journey begins Monday, February 16th with the Founding Members Cohort. This course is for podcasters, leaders, entrepreneurs,